Welcome everybody, Ashley here. I wanted to share with you some information about Yoga Nidra. So for those of you who don't know what Yoga Nidra is, Nidra means sleep, so it's yogic sleep. And it's a different kind of sleep than we get in our regular night's sleep. So it's more of a state of clear consciousness and a state of complete relaxation for both the body and the mind and the soul. And it's also a meditation technique and just a relaxation technique as well. So how it's done is practice is usually about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll be lying down in Shavasana, corpse pose, for the whole time. So you'll make yourself absolutely comfortable, setting yourself up with any props that you'd like. Sometimes I use a bolster underneath the knees, a little eye pillow is nice, a blanket over the body to stay warm. And I find that sometimes when we're practicing on the floor, the head feels really heavy after a while. So I personally like a little bit of cushioning underneath the head as well. So setting yourself up so that you can dive into this relaxation. So for the whole practice, the eyes will be closed. There won't be any moving of the body. Just allow your body to rest. And so we're really turning off all of the senses of the body other than listening and hearing. So you'll be led with just the sound of my voice. So what happens during Yoga Nidra is there's 8 fundamental steps designed to help lead you into this bliss and relaxation. So we begin with initial relaxation. And here is just as it sounds, just settling in, taking your time to get comfortable and start quieting down the mind, quieting and settling down the body. Then we'll come to our sankalpa or resolve, which is basically an intention that's really deep-seated and deep-rooted from the heart. So something that your heart yearns for, something that is leaning towards your truth, what you need in life. And we'll say that about 3 times out loud or just quietly to yourself. After we state our intention, our resolve, we move to rotation of consciousness. So here we will just be taking a trip through the different parts of the body by bringing awareness to each part one at a time. This part goes pretty in detail, but we move through it fairly quick to keep the energy moving. After rotation of consciousness, we move to breathing and counting. So here we'll focus on an aspect of the breath. So maybe that's just the rise and fall of the belly, or the rise and fall of the heart, or the movement and the breath in and out of the nostrils. And sometimes we just do one aspect, sometimes a couple of those. And you'll begin by just tuning into that. And then we'll start counting down from a certain number. And you'll go at your own time. And I'll leave you some time to do that. After breathing and counting, we move to opposites. So opposites are where we bring awareness to the feeling of, say, hot and cold, or the feeling of light and heavy. After opposites, we come to visualization. And visualization can go in a lot of different ways. But one way we would do it is me just saying a couple of words, and you will just picture that, visualize that in your mind's eye. So an example of that would be me saying mountain, 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 or tree, tree, tree. And you just visualize that whatever comes up, comes up. It's always, I find it's always different every time I practice that part. And then after visualization, we start to wind things down. So we'll come back to our sankalpa or resolve, and then start to close our practice. And this part is slow as well. So kind of easing back into the body, back into the breath, visualizing and bringing awareness to the room or the space that you're in, the space that you're practicing in. And then eventually, slowly and little by little, waking all the way back up. So you can enjoy your fresh and new relaxed state. So I invite you to join me in this practice. A couple more things about trying it on your own. You can practice Yoga Nidra at any time of day. If you are someone with a lot of energy, you might have to be careful practicing it too late at night, just because it does give you a little boost of energy. So you don't want to compromise your regular night's sleep. But it's really just preference. You can kind of play around and see how it makes you feel and what works best for you. I practice at all times of the day, morning, afternoon, evening. So for me, it works anytime. But it does affect everyone differently. Everyone has their own unique individual experience with that. So just being mindful. Another thing you can practice after you eat or before you eat, you just want to be comfortable in general for the whole practice, on all of the states, all of the layers of you. So you don't want to be too full, not too starving. You want to be comfortable in the body. So again, propping yourself up, making yourself as comfortable, as easeful, as peaceful as you can. And I think that so many people can benefit from this practice because it's so accessible to everyone. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I'm so excited to share this practice with you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching. Namaste.